when they came out that particular year, I was still used low in Benin. Low in different states.
No, it's not like they don't have it. They have it across states, but like some areas, for instance, that our side is really good. Their network is good there, but there are my place in Alagbado where my mom stays. The network is horrible there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's horrible.
In this Lagos.
Yes. So it's not everywhere. There are places you go to like this, you cry. There are places that they are very good.
From time, recently.
No, from time.
They were never good.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, from time. So if you're where they have infrastructure, you enjoy it.
I know that this recent period, when Tinubu did us all this is abracadabra, many of them did what you once just look at area, look people they charge 100 naira, 200 naira, they just blank that side.
Yes.
Go selling the color.
Yes, they do that.
That grace you go take get
Yes.
And the funny thing is that if you enter inside camp, you might get better services.
Yeah.
So then
they have something there, yes.
For that movie, you don't send them.
Cha. Oh, wow.
Everybody just package the food for Nigeria now packaging. Teaching of God's word. Your minister has been Reverend Denishola and Virginia Abroko, the General Overseer of the Dream Center of the Life International Churches. All teachings are available on CD, MP3, MP4, and DVDs. For a full copy of this message and other messages, call +234 810 586 4579 +234 909 800 3891 +234 907 991 2254 or +234 803 252124. SMS only. For further inquiries, you can visit www.lifevoicesinternationalchurch.org. You can worship with us every Sunday at 7 a.m. and also on Wednesday by 5 o'clock in the evening for Leading by the Answer. At any of these branches, the Dream Center Headquarters, Dream Center Baxter, and Normal State Secretariat at Berry, shortly before November 27 interchange, Oshobo, Ocean State, Nigeria. The Dream Center, at 158 Events Arena, Block 34, Kumara Abiola Way, Oregon, Lagos. Till tomorrow, go and be with Jesus.
Fresh off the press, newspaper headlines, Monday to Saturday, 6 to 7 a.m. with in-depth analysis on Metro FM. Fresh off the press, newspaper headlines, Monday to Saturday, 6 to 7 a.m. with in-depth analysis on Metro FM.
Come on, where are you?
Fresh off the press, newspaper headlines, Monday to Saturday, 6 to 7 a.m. with in-depth analysis on Metro FM.
Alright, it's 11 minutes past 6. A very good morning to you and thanks for joining us this morning on a fresh edition of Newspaper Headlines on Metro 97.7 FM. We'll be seeing headline stories captured in different newspapers this morning to let you in on what's happening across the country and the world at large. My name is Ahmed Olalekan and I'm saying good morning. Welcome to the broadcast. I have my producer Uche Wadinachi and of course I have my analyst, Monday morning analyst barrister Adeyemi Ibironke. Barrister, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
All right, this morning we'll be seeing headline stories captured in all the papers. You can be a part of the broadcast. Remember, just go ahead and drop a reaction on Facebook. We have the headline stories on Facebook this morning. Go to facebook.com/Metro977 Live. Metro977 Live. Just search for that on Facebook. You see the headline stories captured there. Do well to drop your reactions in the comment section. We also have our headline stories. Okay, we're taking them live in the studio. You can drop a message using the WhatsApp number. The WhatsApp number is 0901 133 9791. Just drop your reactions and keep them civil, straight to the point. No name calling, no insults. Drop all the conspiracy theories flying around, insinuations and all that. Let's stick to the headline stories as captured in the papers. Welcome on board. We'll take a breather and we'll be back to see headline stories in The Guardian. We have The Punch, we have The Vanguard, The Sun. All the major newspapers this morning will see headline stories in them. Just stay tuned. Arch. Arch. All right, glad to know you're still there. If you're just joining us, you're listening to newspaper headlines on Metro 97.7 FM. Let's kickstart with headline stories captured inside the Guardian newspaper this morning. But a headline here reads, from Broad Street to Atlantic City. From Broad Street to Atlantic City. Congestion, asset depreciation, push HNI's businesses to Eco Atlantic City. Okay, congestion, assets depreciation, push HNI's businesses to Eco Atlantic City. And that story has a breakdown of what's happening in that area of Lagos. 300 private developers corporations top list of allottees. Eco Atlantic City ranks third priciest neighborhood after Old Ikoyi, Banana Island. And then the third rider reads, a plot of land in Eco Atlantic City, which was valued at around 180 million naira in the early 2000s, has now skyrocketed to over 2 billion naira, highlighting the rapid appreciation of high-end coastal real estate in Lagos. This is according to the Lagos Housing Market Report. You can see details of that story on the front page of the Guardian newspaper this morning. And above, just below the masthead of the Guardian newspaper, Abiodun Daniel Beaker over demolition notices on property. New Constitution, Senate welcomes recommendations at public hearing. And Atiku Falana kick as NYSC defends withheld certificates. More stories on the front page. U.S. condemns killing of Christians in Nigeria, vows decisive action. U.S. condemns killing of Christians in Nigeria, vows decisive action. You can see that story on the front page of the Guardian newspaper. And the landmark vaccine trial raises hope for cancer patients. Landmark vaccine trial raises hope for cancer patients. EFCC raids hotel in Obasanjo Library. Management threatens lawsuit. You can see that story also here on the front page of the Guardian newspaper. And the cracks widen in ADC coalition as Shekarau allies consider new platform. Okay, the Guardian has details of that story. And let's see some inside stories captured in the Guardian newspaper. Remember, if you're just joining us, you're listening to newspaper headlines on Metro 97.7 FM. And we've seen headline stories, front page stories in the Guardian. Let's see inside stories. Charity rescues newborn twin detained over 800,000 naira hospital bill in Imo State. Charity rescues newborn twin detained over 800,000 naira hospital bill in Imo State. And 2025 WAEC results worst in 15 years. This is coming from NAPS. You can see details of that story inside The Guardian. Waste disposal in Maduguri's water woes. Waste disposal in Maduguri's water woes. Adenle wins MS Swaminathan Award for Food, Peace. And some more inside stories in The Guardian newspaper. Collection Center commences production of 2,000 liters of milk daily. Fertilizer hub to deploy data, AI models for improved productivity. Atiku Falana kick as NYSC defense withheld certificates. Admiral, American Appliances, electronics brand, launches in Nigeria. You can see that story inside The Guardian newspaper. Coastal states advocate unified maritime laws for safe waterway trade. Let's see a few more inside stories before we move over now to the Punch newspaper. Cleric launches book to promote Edo language. Cleric launches book to promote Edo language. Eno empowers 1,187 Akwa Ibom youth with 492 million naira in farming, trade, MSME. And O2 anticipates improved development investment from indigents in diaspora. Police arrest suspected car thief, armed robbery suspect in Delta State. And beside that story, bandits storm Kwara community, kill police officer, 4 others. Sad story, bandits storm Kwara community, kill police officer, 4 others. Stop and search drama in Mushi as gun in car turns out to be toy. Stop and search drama in Mushi as gun in car turns out to be toy. You can see that story inside The Guardian newspaper. And their NYC members advised against possessing small arms during service. NYC members advised against possessing small arms during service. And beside that story in The Guardian, NDLEA arrests pastor, others in raids across Lagos, Kano, Gombe, Edo, Nasarawa. And Marwa urges action against drug abuse. Others, family, monarch, beaker over disputed 100 hectares of land in Ekiti State. And OAU searches for missing female students, collaborates with police. Man crushed to death on Lagos highway. Residents demand pedestrian bridge. Man crushed to death on Lagos highway. Residents demand pedestrian bridge. That's a story inside The Guardian newspaper. And the police arrest 6 suspected kidnappers in Nasarawa State. You can get a copy of The Guardian to see details of these headlines and more. Let's move now to the Punch newspaper and see headline stories captured inside. The Punch states hit by 68% spike in foreign debt payment. And the airport chaos. Kwamwan's apology falls flat. Airport chaos. Kwamwan's apology falls flat. That story has been trending since last week. We still have details here in the Punch newspaper this morning. And Rivers local government pool umpire under fire amid ADC APC attacks. Tinubu directs Abbas-led committee to end Bauchi APC rift. And Naira faces mixed sentiments amid strong FX demand. We'll have the story also in the Punch. Call for National Youth Career Development Initiative. Call for National Youth Career Development Initiative. You can see that story in the Punch. India buys Nigerian crude as Dangote imports U.S. oil. India buys Nigerian crude as Dangote imports U.S. oil. Well, you might need to get a copy of the Punch newspaper to get details of that headline story this morning. Another UK-based Nigerian jailed 5 years for rape. Sad story. Fuel distribution. Dangote takes delivery of CNG trucks. And the federal government launches e-fiscal platform to crack down on tax evasion. ADC boasts 800,000 members in River State. Welcomes Amechi Seconders. The drama is building up, counting down to 2027. But you can see that story inside the Punch newspaper this morning. And the more stories in the Punch, police nab suspected robber, recovers stolen car in Delta State. And rape, 7 convicts added to Ekiti sex offenders register. Suspected Lagos cultist hack man to death. And 4 arrested as police smash Rivers robbery syndicate. Police detain 5 for kidnapping Nasarawa councillor. And a 59-year-old Oyo driver kills 2, injures another. You can see these stories inside the Punch newspaper this morning. And robbers posing as passengers kill Lagos tricycle rider. Sad story. General Overseer nabbed in cross-border drug trafficking bust. General Overseer nabbed in cross-border drug trafficking bust. You can see that story inside the Punch newspaper. And a proposed strike by aviation unions suspended, says Keyamo, coming from the minister. Non-oil exports boom, hits $3.2 billion in 6 months. Non-oil exports boom, hits $3.2 billion in 6 months. You can see that story inside the Punch newspaper. Well, if you're just joining us, you're listening to newspaper headlines on Metro 97.7 FM. You can be a part of the broadcast. Just drop your reactions in on all the platforms to tell us what you think about the headline stories captured in the papers this morning. Let's see headline stories now in the Vanguard newspaper. The Vanguard has these headlines. Sugar importation rises as local production falters. Sugar importation rises as local production falters. And 2027, Peter Obi has integrity. He will keep his one-term promise. This is coming from MBF. And we have Governor Oyebanji sacks commissioners, retains key officials in major cabinet shakeup. High cost of fertility treatment. More women risk lives with social media therapies. High cost of fertility treatment. More women risk lives with social media therapy. That story is inside the Vanguard newspaper this morning. You can get details to read more. Get the Vanguard newspaper to get details on that story. And the tension in OAU as female student goes missing for 4 days. Army kills wanted terrorist commander. 4 others rescues victims. And the YPDP agreed to Wike's demand. This is coming from sources. YPDP agreed to Wike's demand. If you've been asking questions, why would the PDP agree to the demands of the honorable minister? You can see details of that story captured inside the Vanguard newspaper this morning. And 7 APC. Tariff slash. EERC moves to resolve sudden power supply shortage in parts of Enugu State. Details of that inside Vanguard newspaper. Well, check your time. It's 26 minutes past 6. So we'll take a few more headlines. Cybercrime. Police secure conviction for 21 foreign nationals over alleged internet fraud syndicates. You can see that story inside the Vanguard newspaper. Let's see a few stories in the nation. EFCC, OBJ locks over arrest of 93 fraud suspects. Opposition tackles governor over deputy's 7-month sick leave. Opposition tackles governor over deputy's 7-month sick leave. And the 176 illegal estates. What government's action has cost us? This is coming from developers. And Oyebanji drops commissioners, advisors. You can read more of that story inside the Nation newspaper this morning. Firm, it's also an interesting story inside the Nation newspaper. And Chioma hails the video for supporting her dreams. That's an entertainment story inside the nation. This before we hand the mic over to Barrister Jonathan Obi, divide PDP. Jonathan Obi, divide PDP. It's a Obi article and unseat Tinubu in 2026. These are headline stories captured inside the Sun newspaper and also in the Sun Food Security. Federal e-hailing ventures as economic crunch worsens. Okay, importers ditch trade for real estate. E-hailing ventures as economic crunch worsens. You can see that story inside the Sun newspaper this morning. All these are the headline stories captured in the Guardian, the Punch, the Vanguard, the Nation, and the Sun newspapers. I'll do well to send your reactions to any of the numbers. .com/Metro977 Live. Let's move the mic over now to our analyst, Barrister Adeyemi Bironke, to get his thoughts on the different stories we've seen in the papers this morning. Barrister, once again.
Good morning. Lots of headlines, but very lifting spirit. So I'll just start with one of the viral stories across papers this morning, which is the story about the EFCC raid of the Obasanjo facility. You know, actually heard of such raids in a while, and it seemed as if the EFCC had shifted attention from such raids to people spraying naira at parties. So we didn't hear this kind of story for a while, but it's difficult for me, honestly, to wholly support such raids, you know, because I always have to worry about the apparent risks that such an activity portends for innocent persons, because it really such public places, and from the reports, indiscriminately discharging their firearms in the of the suspects, you know, of internet fraud. You know, I don't think that's the way law enforcement should operate, especially the EFCC in this country. Should EFCC infiltrate such parties to gather intelligence? By all means, you know, that's what we expect from them. You know, they can sit there, identify these suspects, you know, monitor them, see who is spending how much money, and then try to trace the sources of income, because there's a way, unless you're a big known celebrity or business person, most people that earn honest income, there's a way you would spend your money that is different from the way, the large manner that these youngsters spend the money. So yes, the EFC operatives or officials can undercover sit at such parties, you know, gather intelligence, look at the people that are spending money, and then maybe trail them, follow them to a secure, safe place to effect arrest based on probable cause, as opposed to this very wanton, random, you know, catch-all kind of raids and arrests that is being conducted in public places. It's impossible for totally innocent persons not to have been in that vicinity, and they could have been exposed to very serious bodily injury should things have gone wrong. So I cannot wholly support the raids. As much as I want the law enforcement to do their jobs, I expect them to also do it with the mindset that people, maybe innocent persons, may be put at risk if things go wrong. And of course, another story that is across the papers this morning is with regards to the Nigerian that is convicted of rape in the United Kingdom. Now there has been increasing reports of such convictions of Nigerians for sexual related crimes in the UK, and to me is not very surprising, because for many Nigerians it's a culture shock. For many of